Hi, welcome back to Genesis Custom Sabers, and this is a video 2 showing the details and the reasons behind the design of this particular custom saber. This is one of my Genesis Custom Sabers Elite sabers that I've designed for a client to be one of a kind. And you might look at this and think, wow, it almost looks like a dual-ended saber with two emitters. It's designed to actually have symmetry and to highlight the red ring in the middle, which I'll get to in a minute. And this is obviously a custom-made grill to match the curvature of this this emitter. It is the same MHS part as this emitter, although this one's been detailed to use as an emitter, and this one to be used as a pommel. But the design of the saber, and I'm holding it this way not because I've all of a sudden become left-handed, but because the saber is designed actually to tell a story, and the story moves from this direction to this direction, moves in the direction of the light. And I was asked to actually design a saber that, using imagery and colors, tells the story of salvation. And for those of you that might have an irrational fear of all things religious or God-related, you might want to tune out at this point, because I'm going to give you the straight goods on the faith story behind this. It's not intended to be a religious story or offend anyone. It's just intended to be a detailed, a metaphor, imagery that describes a deeply held spiritual truth by those of us who follow Jesus Christ. Some of you may know, of following my pages, that I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. I follow Jesus Christ as a Christian. This saber, the person approached me asking me to design a saber with these things in mind. And if you've ever gone to Sunday school, you might have seen stories or done crafts that use colors to tell the story of a person's journey from darkness to light. Well, that's what this saber is. And as you can see, the tail half of the saber, the starting point of the story, is dark, and it's worn, and it's beaten up. And the saber's actually, the imagery is intended to describe the condition of a person's spirit, or the insides, the things that you cannot see. Because often when a person changes or they come to faith in Jesus Christ, you may not be able to see necessarily anything on the outside. Even the behavior, even bad behavior, may persist. But the truth is, the spiritual truth is, that there is something profound that's changed on the inside. And so with this saber, it talks about the story of a past that's dark. And then the center point, or the point that is intended in the design to draw your eye, is the red ring. And the red ring symbolizes the blood of Jesus Christ. So a person who comes to a faith in Jesus Christ and his crucifixion on the cross and his resurrection from the dead, there is a transformation that happens in their life where they move from darkness to light, or they move from worn and old and weathered to brand new and shiny. So that's the exterior of the saber. And also you'll notice that the crystals, which are visible, the pulsing red crystal symbolizing the life and the blood of Christ, and the white crystal symbolizing the new life of the believer, all happens after that point of conversion, that point of surrender, of transformation of their life. Now this is the power of God that transfers someone and makes them look new. Now this is aluminum. It's not protected in any way. It can be polished, but it can become worn, and it can look old. It can become damaged. Really, that symbolizes a person's life too. We can go through things. A person is still a person. We're all humans. We all go through life, and things in life hit us. So there needs to be care and maintenance to keep us looking new. The imagery goes on to show that there's gold fittings in there. These are brass, polished brass. And the brass is a gold color to kind of indicate that preciousness and the value. And now moving forward, of course, the blade is a cyan or a green color, and green really brings up imageries of life and new life, and you think of a plant springing out of the ground. So then you have this story of darkness moving through transformation to light and energy, and then coming out of the blade in new life. So that's kind of the story behind the saber and the design and the reason why it looks the way it does. I'm very pleased with how it turned out, and hopefully the new owner will be as well. So thanks for watching.